and welcome back to another episode of Skyexchange. It's been a while since I was here, and that is perfectly okay. I got a little bit sick between last episode and this episode. I still sound a little bit sick, but I guess that's okay, I just really can't stop playing this game, so you're gonna have to get going with me and my creaky voice, okay? So, what have I been up to, okay? I have installing this thing here. Well, first of all, I've been installing a few more speed upgrades to get this thing going a bit faster. And I've turned this thing back into I've made this thing craft at actual coal blocks. That just makes it easier for me to take all of these and put them back in here, you know, because it's not as many that I have to take over. And we're currently on 2 million EMC, okay? That's pretty solid, yo. Alright, what are we going to do today, okay? I've got myself some good tools here, but what are we actually doing, Mayhem? What's going on, okay? Well, I made something called an angel block. And that's pretty obvious what we're gonna do here, okay? First of all, I've got to make sure that if I fly away, this thing here doesn't get unloaded, you know? Because if it gets unloaded, I fall right down into the void and die. So, let's try to see if I can make some kind of a chunk loader or something. Chunk loader. Well, this is the chunk loader from my chunk loader. That looks like it works. We could have an extra utilities to chunk loading ward, but that would require a villager, and that would be stupid to do. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's get some iron. Some iron, some redstone, and some ender pearls, like this. And that would make me a chunk loader. Okay, now, can I have some biome, like chunk borders, please? So I know where the chunks are, okay? So, chunk 3. This is all the same chunk. All the same chunk still. Yeah, okay, so this here is out of the chunk. This here is in the chunk. Let's double check. Yeah, all of this here, all of this water stuff is pretty much the same chunk. So, I could just plonk my chunk loader down right there. Does it already load chunks? I guess it does. I mean, what else could it do? Do I have to put like a lever on it or something? Let's check that. If I put my stuff back in and I take a lever out, did I make a lever? Yes, I did. Okay, I take this thing and I put it down, hey, right on top of there. Turn it on. Doesn't seem to do anything, okay, but I'm just gonna leave it there, okay? I think that's gonna do it, actually. That's gonna load the grid power thing, okay? So, what do I want to do, okay? I have an idea for a base, okay? And I want to get this base going a little bit. First of all, it's probably going to be at exactly this chunk here, but like way down at the bottom. Just so I can have some mob spawning going on. But do I have Torchmaster? That's what I want to know. Do I have Torchmaster? Okay. No mega torches, okay. Yeah, then screw that idea. If I don't have mega torches, I can't secure my base anyway, so I'm gonna have to do something different there. Now, basically, what I want to do is I want to have a base with 4 different counterparts to it, you know? It's gonna be like one big central room that's gonna house like a big battery center or something like that. And from that room goes off like 4 different areas, 4 different living spaces in 4 different building styles with different blocks and stuff. Yeah, this is our angel block. The crazy stuff about the angel block is you can just put it in the air. Doesn't have anything to be attached to. It's just there. Okay? That's amazing, okay? So let's go back, grab some blocks, so I can show you exactly what I'm going for here. Now, first of all, this style here is just really crappy standard beginner style, you know? There's not much to this. But did I make some notes somewhere? Notes? Research? No, apparently didn't make any notes. Okay. Well, ma'am, do your homework. Now, for the basic industrial kind of style, you know? There's going to be 4 different styles involved. One industrial style and one style for ProjectE and Equivalent Exchange and that kind of stuff. Another style for Botania and another style for Blood Magic. Okay? So just so you have an idea with what kind of different block palettes I'm going for here. Okay? Now, the basic industrial part. Okay? Starts with, let's say, something like factory or lab blocks or something like that. What do we have? Alright, I got myself a block palette here going. These are factory blocks, these here and these here. Just chiseled into different variants of each other. And these here are iron blocks, which are going to be quite expensive, but I just love how they look, okay? So don't judge me on if I'm using iron blocks in my buildings, you know? I know what I'm doing, okay? Now, I'm gonna have to get myself a crap ton of these building materials that I want to use. Now, the factory blocks are no problem. Just take a ton of them, like this. And then we put them in here, and we turn half of them into sturdies, half of them into wireframe. Where's the sturdy? Here. Yeah, let's make half of these into sturdies. Like this. The other half into basic grayscale wireframe. Yeah, like this. Now we just need some iron blocks for these things here. Now I do think I do have quite some iron. It's not much. I can use some of it. I can use like 5 stacks of the stuff. If there's an easier way to get these blocks, these here, please make sure to write me down in the comments, because I don't really know much of what I'm doing, and help is always greatly appreciated, okay? So, if these are the blocks that we're going to use, let me also drink some of my apple juice here. I hate this mod. I hate this mod. I don't even know what the name of this stuff is. But there's like a mod that makes it so that I can't eat the same thing many times in a row. Yeah, okay, let's also get some dirt or something. Something really cheap, you know? Something really easy. Just to have something for scaffolding, okay? Now, let's go off into the distance to our angel block, which I've conveniently placed somewhere over here. So I think we're gonna start off with like a wireframe, because I'm not sure how big I want this place to be, you know? I want a battery cube that is like 5 by 5 at least. This is 3, 4, 5, like this. Yeah, just drop my angel block into the void. Whatever. Okay, so our battery is going to sit on top of this. Then I'm gonna want to expand this thing into 2 blocks into each direction, at least, so I have some space, you know? Now we can access this thing from below, or like from the sides. I'm not sure about that yet, you know? I'm not really that perfectly honestly sure, you know? But whatever. Let's just place up this platform here. So if I go right here and I just make another thing that goes around. This is 1, 2 blocks of free space, 3, 4, and goes around like this. Or something. Now, I want something like this to happen, where I have like 1 block of free space for like staircases and stuff, and like a wall that's obviously gonna have to come here. But then I still have like 3 blocks left in the middle, so I can still have my nice little staircase going on there. 1, 3. Yeah, like this. Accidents happen. Okay? At least I heard they do. You know, I don't make mistakes because I'm the Mayhem, and the Mayhem is perfect in every way, shape, or form, but I've heard other people make mistakes, and I've heard that they say that they just happen. And I don't really understand. Like, someone has to make them. They don't just happen, you know? Someone is always responsible. I'm joking, by the way. If it's not totally honest, I am joking. I'm joking actually quite often, because I like being funny and doing stupid things. Okay, now, this and this are going to be where I'm gonna have my first little introduction of this block into the palette, okay? Now, why do I why do I start on the outside and not just like in the middle or something? Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I have no idea. Basically, I'm just placing blocks in a shape that I see in front of my inner eye or something, if you may call it that way. I don't even know. Like, I have like pictures in my brain and I'm trying to replicate those. Yeah, something. Maybe I even, this is gonna be tricky. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Now, we put our 3 lines of these blocks on top of all of these. Now, hopefully without losing too many of them, because these are iron blocks, they are quite expensive. Obviously, I'm going to become totally overpowered rich and stuff in like the few next episodes, but for now I want something to store my power at, you know? Because if I don't have something to store my power at, it doesn't make sense to build a power generation system if the power doesn't go anywhere. First of all, I'm gonna have to put like factory blocks all the way in like these middle bits here, like this, one way around, and that's gonna be pretty freaking amazing. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. If I say it a few more times, you're not gonna believe me anymore, are you? But that's what you get for watching videos with the mayhem in them. They're weird. They're by definition and on purpose weird. Okay? So you better get used to that, or get out of my video. Okay? Okay, now we've got that out of the way. I can just keep building these beautiful, beautiful little factory walls. And just look at how this stuff is starting to look out. Now we're starting to get some contrast here between this like iron kind of texture in the back and like this really dark wireframe style. And that's where I think that the beauty of this thing is slowly starting to arise, okay? Oh yeah, that's totally exactly the way I wanted it to look, okay? Perfect. I actually forgot one over here. Any more forgotten? If you're wondering why I'm flying, Angel Ring, okay? Perfect. I love the way this looks. Now, we have to put in, we can put in these things into this floor here. Now, and that is probably going to make things pop a lot more, as it gives like a little bit of lightness back into the floor. The floor which usually just look very, very dark, you know. We can even use these things as like beams and stuff. They do look quite cool as a beam. Yeah, let me fill these things in, okay? Oh yes, I'm totally loving this. This looks amazing. Perfect. Now, I want to use these iron blocks here again. Because something about here doesn't fit yet. And that is, I'm pretty sure, is the fact that I wanted something a little bit like this. Wrapping, kind of wrapping around a little bit. I'm thinking about actually removing this top layer and having it be like on this lower layer here, and then using like something like iron bars or like chiseled iron bars or something like that. I don't even know if you can chisel iron bars. I'm gonna find something to chisel and to put there, probably. Now these things don't look too great with each other, but I'm guessing as if I put in like the whole thing, it's gonna come together. Because that's usually what happens. For those of you who don't know much about block-based building, if you start with something, it always looks like shit. Always. No exception. Whatever you do, in the beginning, it's gonna look like shit. I'm saying this from like 9 years of experience playing this game, in modded and vanilla, and in all kinds of different versions. Survival and creative, and all kinds of stuff, basically. If you start out, it's gonna look like shit. You have to be ready for that, okay? Don't be surprised if something that you just started out on doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, okay? Sometimes things don't work out the way you tried to. Sometimes something goes horribly wrong and you have to redo an entire thing and it pisses you off like fucking hell. But seriously, you gotta get going. You gotta keep going. That's the most important part. You know, the most important part is not the get going. The most important part is to keep going, okay? Now, I know this is like not really appropriate for a Minecraft Let's Play. You know, like inspirational, life-changing shit, you know? But I talk about all kinds of stuff all the time. And I think about so many things all the time. And I can't even like stop, you know? It's not something I can just stop doing. So I'm just gonna keep on doing it, you know? Because I literally don't have another choice. Okay, but this room here, oh my god. My god. Yeah, this is starting to come together. Like, seriously. I love it. Love it, love it, love it so much. Now, the next thing I want to do, I want ramps, okay? Because when I first saw chiseling bits, I was like, oh my god, actual ramps. You know, because I don't quite like stairs in Minecraft. I think the staircases are a little bit too big, you know? You know what, let's actually go over to my base. If I could find it. The rising sun is on that edge, so I think this way would be my base. Yeah, perfect. When I first saw chiseling bits, I was like, oh my god, I can make slopes now. Oh my god, I have sheep now. Okay, you give me your pork chop. Yeah, perfect. You give me your wool and all of that other stuff that you drop, whatever it is. I want all of these things. Now I'm gonna throw all of them into here just to learn them because professional. Okay, now we do need some blocks. I would use the sturdies. The sturdies do seem to work quite nicely, but then I need something that works like the sturdy but not quite. I think I'm actually just gonna use the wireframe for that. Do I have a chisel bit bag? I have a chisel. Okay, let's just get going on this. Okay, ramps, you know? If I make a staircase, a regular Minecraft staircase, it's gonna look like bullshit. It's gonna look like total bollocks. Because nobody has feet that are like 1/2 meter thick. You know? Let's be honest. That would be very weird. Okay? So why don't you just make like a little bit smaller like stairs, you know? This is like a regular slab staircase, but if you were to walk upon this thing in real life, you would fall into your face and die, and it would be really painful. So, because these are like 1/2 meter high. Ever used a staircase with like 1/2 meter high steps? That's gonna freak you out. It's gonna completely freak you out. So instead, I've used this half-sized grid snapped cube to cut off. Okay, now I'm cutting off again on this edge, just trying to give this edge a little edge. Okay, now if I go to a 4th size cube, I can make this edge even smoother by making the steps a little bit smaller. Now if I just keep on doing that until I'm on pixel size, I'm gonna have a really cool and nice and smooth staircase. Okay? Yeah, this is starting to come together. Totally. Chisel and bits is God. Chisel and bits is like literally God. Why don't we have a religion for chisel and bits yet? I mean, come on, dudes. It's like so obvious that we need that. Okay, that's already a way better slope than what Minecraft usually gives you. But we can go better. We can go even better. Now, drawn region is my favorite here, because it allows me to like literally draw a region like this, cut it out, and that's it. We have a pixel slope. Our steps are pixel sized now. Now that doesn't make sense, but if you look at it from a grand scale, it's an actual ramp. And I've always liked the idea of having ramps in Minecraft. I just think they look a lot better than like staircases. At least like a lot better than actual vanilla staircases. I mean, I could make like a 3-step in a block staircase. That would still work. Kind of, I think. But for this like kind of industrial style, I think the ramp is gonna be freaking amazing. Because you have to imagine these from a lore perspective, you know? First of all, it looks a lot better. Looks so cool. Especially when you look at it from like a little bit of a distance, you know? So cool. This ramp, dude, seriously. But you have to imagine these dudes are like putting machinery down here and bringing the machinery back up. Why would they have a staircase? You know? Why would they have a staircase? I don't want to craft like 2 stacks of them and then not have to use them. Wow! That's exactly what I was talking about. How are you spawning? Gonna have to get some good night's sleep there, okay? Now, let's make a bed. Like this, that's a white bed. We have colored beds. But this is like 1.10 or something. What the hell? Okay, got some sleepage going here. Okay, now let's go back. Huh? And suddenly they're all gone. Perfect. Now, let's put this thing here. And let's make 1 positive chisel design. I think I'm gonna need to get a mirror chisel design, because I want this entire thing here to be mirrored over. Now how does it work? Right click the face you wish to mirror from. This one? Now do I need to craft it with... If I craft it with a positive chisel design. Ah, okay, I get it. Totally get it. Okay, now we've got these two things going on here. I'm also gonna need one factory block down there. Now I want a slight change in alternation, I think. What is in my chiseled bit bags? It's just factory blocks, but it's like, is it like sturdy factory blocks or? Yeah, most of them are like sturdy, but I do have some of the wireframes. That's perfect. Now, I take this thing and I take my wireframe factory blocks and I tell it to give me a drawn region. Like this. Does it work? Can I make... It's gonna be a little bit of a tedious process, you know? Let me get this ramp all the way down, okay? I'll be right back with you. Okay, I love how this place turned out. We've got 4 different ramps going on here. I love it. I think it looks perfectly... I mean, I'm out of words, you know? Just these little 12.5 degree angles. They do so much. 12.5. No, this is not a 12.5. This is 22.5, I think. This angle. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, now we're gonna have to do some lighting, okay? Because this place here is not as lit up as I would like it to. So we're gonna have to do some things here, okay? As far as I know, we can mix different materials inside different blocks to create blocks that look like this block here, but actually glow, you know? It's a little bit hard to describe, but let me show you, okay? If I put these things underneath here, this is a block which is half glowstone and half factory block with this texture on top of it, okay? And if I get myself my chisel design back, which I conveniently placed back at my base in the transmutation tablet because I'm a professional Minecrafter. Where is it? Chisel design. This here. I'm gonna use the positive one. Doesn't really matter which one you use, actually. I mean, I personally didn't find a difference in how they work at all. Maybe that's just me. I don't even know, you know? First thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to copy this block here. Okay? And now I can say placement. And I can place this block as often as I want, dependent on if I actually have enough of the materials in my chisel bag. Let's get some more glowstone in my chisel bag here. I can't actually do it because I'm kind of stupid right now, but whatever. I want the same material. Poof, 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 and we just do this. Fill our entire world. Yeah, now we just went down to 13 frames per second. Okay, let me just quickly do this, okay? Alright, there we are. This is basically our room here. Now, these blocks here are half cobblestone, half glowstone, and half factory blocks. Just as much as these blocks here are. And that's just about enough to light up this entire place, okay? Now what I want to do is I want to bring this panel up another unit upwards. Then we're going to have a little bit of a roof thing, okay? That's what I want to do, okay? So basically I do need to go another 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks upwards as far as I know. So that's 4 blocks added to the pillars. Now, as far as I know, I should just be able to take this block here, because this is once again the texture that I want to use for like the middle connection beam here. If I go and I say grid snapped half cube like this, and now I refresh my pattern here and I apply it to this one, and now I say placement. That should enable me to place them, yeah, right there. Okay, I'm gonna do that all the way around, okay? Alright, that's our little bit of a ledge thing going all the way around. I think that looks pretty cool, okay? Now I wanna put this line here up there again, okay? So check this out. I've got installed the second layer of these things, and then I've put another, like a little bit of a rim around at the top, you know? And this thing also emits light because these blocks here are half glowstone and half chiseled factory block, okay? So the next thing that I want to do is I want to make the ceiling dark, okay? Because the rest of the room is quite bright, and I do want the ceiling to be very dark and very dingy because that's going to give atmosphere to this room, okay? Because I like how this stuff here contrasts with this stuff. We just don't have enough stuff of this stuff here in this room yet to make it feel like a nice little, like, creepy kind of industrial mechanized kind of battery room, okay? It doesn't feel like that yet, so I'm gonna put some more dark blocks into the ceiling here. Let's start off with just a rim around the top, okay? I think that should already start giving things a little bit of shaping here, even though this room does have quite a lot of shape already. Yeah, we have like 3 different layers of depth, you know, different textures, different depth of, you know, different levels of light and darkness in the room, in a way. Okay, so this kind of works. Now, I want to keep using these factory blocks because they are quite cheap. So what if I go up 1 block more, and then I add just 1 rim of these things. They're not gonna look with like this texture all the time. They're gonna be slightly brighter, okay? They're gonna have this slightly bright kind of inlay to them, which can work. I'm just not perfectly honestly sure with how this is gonna be. If this is gonna work the way I want it to. I hope it does. I mean, maybe this could give like even the illusion of some kind of a light source, you know? Because these are the light sources, but they don't look like light sources, obviously. So maybe this could look like some kind of a neon bar, neon light kind of thing. Something like that. Yeah, I think that definitely works. Yeah, so let me grab some more factory blocks. And this is gonna be the part where the builder's wand actually starts being used for once. Hey, why did I make that thing again? I don't know. Maybe because I thought it would be a great idea to make one of them, but then I didn't use it. So, that's the thing that didn't happen. Yeah, let's just make a crap ton of these sturdy ones. And how do these look? The old vents. And I want to use those. Alright, the frame rate issue has been resolved. I have no idea what happened there. I just turned off my Wi-Fi and suddenly it worked. I have no idea. I'm just as clueless as you are. But this builder's wand here is pretty much the most amazing thing ever. Because I can keep on placing things like this. And then when I'm like, I need to extrude this into another dimension, I can just be like, yeah, place me like 10 blocks at once, please. Thank you. Don't mind if I use this. Okay? So, let's make more of these. Just old vents. This is the wrong one. Old vents, where are they? Am I so blind? But whatever. Things happen, okay? Life kicks you in the ass all the time, guys. Seriously. It doesn't stop. It takes pleasure from punishing people. Life is very sympathetic. I like it. Yeah, I love how this thing turned out. We got this nice little dark gray ceiling thing. I really much enjoy that. I'm actually thinking about mining out 1 more layer of these very dark black kind of stuff and expanding the dark gray in the middle by like 1 block to the outside. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that just now, okay? I'm out of blocks again. Let me try to figure this out. If I use my chisel here, and I put this here, and yeah, that should be enough. Okay, put that there. Put that here, put that there. Okay, now that should be it. How does it look from inside? Oh yeah. Well, it is a little bit flat, to be honest. But it's supposed to be a little bit flat, you know? It's supposed to be like a big freaking ass metal plate that they just laid it on top of this foundation thing here, and then everything was perfectly fine. Okay, now that's the building for today's episode. So what else am I gonna do? Okay, I want to put my batteries here, but I don't have battery energy generation yet. So in the next episode, I'm probably gonna have to do some energy generation. Okay, so I can actually have some batteries in this room here. But guys, this is gonna be it for me for today, because I'm all out of time, you know. I'm all out of blocks again. My EMC value is all the way down. I need to do some preparation for next episode, okay? See you guys in the next episode. Bye! Now get out of my video.